Post-cancer body in the dating world. How's it really viewed? The right person isn't going to care. I met the love of my life after my battle with cancer. I was severely underweight and pale from chemo, but I guess she was still interested. My only advice is just own it and be yourself. The right person will love you regardless. If it bothers you still, I would try talking to a therapist. That's what I did for a while after my treatment. I met my husband 6 months post-mastectomy. He has never cared. I definitely think that the right person won't care. However, finding that person will probably be more difficult than the average person. Might very well be a meant-to-be moment when you meet them rather than on a dating app. I wish you luck, op. You deserve love. I'll be 33 in 2 days and I'm more of a butt and face person. I'll date you. I had breast cancer a few years ago. Double mastectomy, no reconstruction. I'm with my first partner post-surgery now. And while I know queer dating is very different than dating men, she hasn't cared at all. If anything, the only struggle is that she's afraid she's going to hurt me because of my scar. Tenderness and tendency for my cancer sidearm to swell a bit. I just warned her before taking my shirt off for the first time what she was going to see, so it wasn't a shock. I was diagnosed with IDC breast cancer on the 3rd of December 22. I told my now boyfriend on our third date. He stood by me as I went through chemo. Lost my hair. We didn't kiss or have sex for months. He was so sweet and kind. He laughed when I said my radiation burns made my frankenboob look like I had vitiligo. You'll find the right person. I never thought I would. Much less when finding out I had breast cancer at 41. I'm also 36. Had a unilateral mastectomy at 30. And have dated plenty of guys since. I was worried about this too and was very upfront. My dating profile said, swipe left if you have a strong preference for women with more than one nipple, so it was never a surprise. But I still worried. And so far, nobody has had an issue. If anything, they're unsure of what to do because they don't know if it feels good for me. Or because I've expressed insecurity about it, so they don't know if they should avoid that breast altogether. My last partner simply asked my preference and treated my girls equally after that. He even said one day that he liked that they're different. Like two different boob experiences. I think it kinda goes along with that whole thing where if you like the person, the stuff that's unique to them becomes attractive to you. And I disagree with the poster saying that finding the right person will be more difficult because of your mastectomy. If someone thinks a mastectomy is a deal breaker, then that wouldn't have been the right person for me when I had two perfectly normal tits. I will gladly weed those people out. And there's no reason you shouldn't use dating apps. I'm not really sure why that was suggested. I don't personally notice a difference in matches when I leave that info in or out of my bio. If anything, when I leave it in, men tend to comment positively on the candidness. The brutal truth is it matters way more how your face looks and whether you're at a healthy weight. You're missing one breast but you still have one breast, it's going to decrease your odds some, but it's not the end of the world. You might face more of a problem with some people being afraid of catching it than you will for the missing breast. The people who care about that weren't worth dating in the first place. Don't worry. I'd say you still have a good shot. Sometimes it takes people time to adjust to things that are different. But it doesn't stop them from being attracted to you. Not quite the same. But my mom has nubs for fingers on one hand. They used part of her butt skin to repair her hand. My dad has been with her since high school. Her hand never stopped him. My husband has a giant scar on his stomach and a man-made belly button. This didn't stop my attraction to him. It won't matter even a tiny bit. You are unique, beautiful, and strong, and that is all. I know Poland syndrome isn't the same as cancer, but I have it. My right breast just didn't grow, and it was completely missing until a few years back when I decided to get an implant to match my left C cup, and though they're not perfectly symmetrical, no man has ever stopped and been grossed out or made mean comments. I'm engaged and my finance loves my one fake boob and one real one, so it doesn't matter. Your confidence breaks down all barriers. I've had massive plastic surgery after weight loss. Acknowledging this isn't the same, even though one of my surgeries was having my breasts lifted. And have never had an eye batted at anything. Not a word. Not a question. Not a look. Everything from FWB to longer-term partners. You are still wanted and deserving of love. It will probably be hard sometimes in the future, but do forget that fact. Someone might care, but plenty won't. I was upfront about my health issues. Didn't have cancer. Had kidney issues. The right one won't care. If we had a few dates and things went well, by the time I saw the scars I would just be happy you were still alive, so I got to meet you. Anyone that bails over the scars is a bullet dodged on your part. Don't sweat it. Any man shallow enough to be bothered by it isn't worth your time.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.